Ruboy303 and welcome back to Pokemon Snakewood after X amount of days, which I can't quite remember. Being back means that I finally finished my off-screen training, and I did indeed catch a sixth. Well, I say catch. I just used one of the Pokemon that was in our box, and our sixth and final team member is Liam the Celebi. I know it's genderless, but pretend it's male because that's words. I wanted it to be male. You can get the Celebi by basically getting your, I think it's called mystery egg. Yeah, the egg that hatches into an egg to its third stage of evolution, and then using a leaf stone on it to get Celebi. You can use pretty much, I think it's every evolutionary stone except the Sunstone to evolve Celebi. And I've given Liam the some teeth item, which is basically, what is it? I think it's the equivalent of the King's Rock, which I picked up from Kira while I was doing off-screen training. And in these first few battles, it may seem like I've gone a little overboard on the levels. As you can see, they're all, low, mid-70s. And then I've just got a random level 81. But, if you know this game, you will understand my wanting to get this high level. Yeah, that works. But finally, now is a good time to start the Elite Four, so let us head in. Intense walking music, even though it's the same. Welcome to the Elite Four. I'm Cailtlin, and I'm going to be beating you up today. Well, that's quite rude. Yes, as, I don't know who it was, but someone a while ago said that 3 of the Elite Four had been killed. So, the first member, League Master Cailtlin, tends to suggest that one of them who died was Sydney. And yes, I do realise she's only starting off at the level 53, but there is a reason I wanted to get mine to into the level 70s, because even though I said there was a huge level gap, it's like the levels of the Elite Four ascend very quickly. So next up she's got Blaziken, so I think it'll be best for me to stick with Malia. Because I'm hoping, unless some dark fighting type comes up, that Psychic will be able to carry me through. Carry me through the first battle, then I can just use a Leper Berry and be back on track for normal. Oh, okay, and here's what I was not happy expecting. The Kenchukuo, and it knows Shadow Swipe, which thankfully it missed. Yes, Kenchukuo, or I don't even know how you'd pronounce it, is probably one of the most annoying Pokemon to deal with, just to the sheer fact that it's got such high speed and attack. Machamp, oh wow, are we really going to get through this entire battle with just Malia? I mean, if we do, that's great by me, and I'm okay with that. So, Psychic on the Machamp deals with it no problem. Although I'd hope there'd be no problem, seeing as though we were 20 levels higher. And finally, Zabreloom. I don't even think we have any flying type moves on any of our team. So I guess it's just going to be, again, another Psychic to finish it off. I do apologise if you hear weird noises coming from me. I'm currently eating while I'm recording, as unprofessional as that is. But at any rate, we've finished off Caitlin's Breloom and beaten her. I got beaten up by a kid? Well, what the hell. I can take a loss, go on through to the next room where the next battle waits. Alrighty, what I'm wanting to do is probably take on 2 members of the Elite Four per video. So like this first video will be obviously the first 2, and then the next video will be the last 2. I do apologise for that quick break there, but what I'm wanting to do is put Lydia up first, just from the reasons of what I can remember the next battle or trainer being, or starting off with, should I say. And it looks like Phoebe is missing from here, so I'm guessing she was the second of the third of the Elite Four who were killed. So that just leaves Glacier and Drake alive. So hedge your bets. Who's going to be alive, Glacier or Drake? In Sweden, we have a very good understanding of what makes a good fight scene, especially for co-ops. These flying Pokemon are good at that too. I don't know what that accent was, because I'm terrible at sort of Swedish accent, so I wanted to do a very minor accent. And yes, from what he said there, his flying Pokemon are, well, flying. So, but he does lead off indeed with Tropius, so that's why I wanted to start out with Lydia, seeing as though I can use Ice Beam with her. And I'm hoping this time's for Power Surge Attack words, I don't know. And it was indeed enough. Evidently words not my strong suit. Second up is Kenchukuo. So, I'm gonna go with Malia and hope that she deals with this one as well. And as you can see, it's already jumped up to level 60, so... the levels do, you know, just hop up quite a bit. But luckily for me, he did, for some reason, only choose to go with Earthquake and not Shadow Swipe, which would have been the smarter move. But I'm not going to complain, I'm just going to be thankful that Kenchukuo's down. Next up is Swellow, and since he's just moving on to a regular flying type, I figured Derek will be the best choice. I mean, unless this Swellow magically knows fighting type moves, which thankfully it doesn't. So I reckon Discharge will do the job just fine, and hopefully we won't need to use the data stream. So let's see, Discharge, good enough as well. And yes, I know even with this second battle it doesn't seem like much of a challenge. It's the later ones that are tougher. And an Altaria, so I figure Lydia's probably going to be best for this again. With her ice types, seeing as though Altaria's part dragon as well. So even though it's got super high special defense, I'm hoping that Ice Beam will do enough, maybe? Good. Because I know Altaria is capable of using, what is it, Dragon Dance, which can make it extremely dangerous. And where is Derek? There he is. So thankfully, it's only the last Pokemon's only a Pelipper, but if my luck is anything to go by, he's gonna spam Protect. Oh good. Because that was something I never did like in these Gen 3 games. Whenever you were surfing, you'd always run into a Pelipper. And I don't know if it was just me, but every single time I battled, they would always use Protect at least once. It wasn't that they were difficult to defeat, it just made it awkward when you were surfing and had no repels. You are very good to beat a trained Swedish policeman. I think you can go far. And with that, I'm going to leave this episode here. After defeating the first of the 2 Elite Four. Yes, the first 2 of the Elite Four, that works. Either way, we'll be taking on the final 2 next time, so I will see you then.